Cinners, and welcome to this week's episode of Shortcuts, where we give you all the horror happenings for the week. Join your hosts, Sean O'Connor and Shannon Bushman Montalbano, as we go over the books, the movies, the streaming, the events, and all the latest news, delivered right into your sweet little ears, all in under a half hour. You want to know about that latest movie that's dropping this week? We got you. You want to know about that latest novel from your favorite horror author? We've got you. You want Sean to give you a release date 3 years from now for a movie you've never even heard about? We got you. So sit back, tune in, and we'll take it from here as you listen to this week's episode of Shortcuts. Hey, Cinners, how you doing? Welcome to Shortcuts. This is our mini episode where we take all the horror happenings for the week and we give you little mooshes of dreadfulness. How about that?
I love it.
Fairly certain you love it because I'm 100% positive I used it before.
I don't know about that.
Well, I guarantee no one was going to remember. So here we go. I'm Sean. This is my fantastic partner, and her name is
Shannon.
And we have got the news, the books, the streaming, the movies, and maybe a little bit of this and that, and birthdays as well. And that's where we start. So what you got for me tonight, Shannon?
All right. So always, as always, a couple random ones, but that's okay. That's what
we love the randos.
That's what they're here for.
Yeah.
All right. So first one I got came out in 1999. So it's celebrating 25 years. Okay. Not a great one, but going to mention it anyway. This one is called Bats.
Oh, snap. It is not a great one. I don't know why I love this movie.
Probably because Lou Diamond Phillips is in it, and I just adore that man.
Right. I loved Lou Diamond Phillips, but then I fell madly in love with Lou Diamond Phillips after you told me about your meet and greet.
Yes, he's one of the nicest people I have ever met. And he's an author now too. I think he's writing, I think it's more like a sci-fi novel. Ooh, cool. And I remember at the time, he told us that a sequel was coming out, which it should be out by now because it was a couple of years ago. But one of the nicest people I've ever met.
And if you check out stories about Lou Diamond Phillips, that is the revolving theme. That he's just such an absolute sweetheart.
Yeah. So I had no problems watching this movie.
Bats. I'll just look. I'll go to bat for it, Shannon. Great practical effects in that movie. And Dina Meyer, who I have a gigantic crush on.
Yes.
And Lou Diamond Phillips, even bigger crush on Lou Diamond Phillips. I'm an equal opportunity crusher.
There you go. But that is streaming on Amazon and Tubi. Even if it's considered a laundry folding movie, whatever, have at it. It's out there for you. Put it on.
Love it.
And yeah, why not?
Okay.
Yes.
What else we got?
All right. So next one. This one is 2004. So it's been 20 years. And this is The Grudge. So this is the version with Sarah Michelle Gellar when it got, I guess started getting Americanized, if you will. This one I remember thinking it wasn't. Okay, wait, hold on. It definitely was like a downgrade from the Japanese versions that I already saw. Mm-hmm. But then the ones that continued after this one, I was like, well, shit, this, it's not that bad. Just don't continue it after this.
It made the one that you thought was bad actually not that bad, right?
Yeah. Because as the story kept going, they tried over explaining the ghost, and it's like we don't need it. We don't need.
Scarier when it's ambiguous. It's so much scarier. Okay.
Yes. So you don't need it. I think that's only streaming on Peacock and Sci-Fi if you have that. But again, if you liked it, like I said, there's definitely some creepy parts to it though. They were just reenacted from the Japanese versions.
All right, and kind of a crazy moment in time where we had a Gellar-sance. Sarah Michelle Gellar was kind of putting her stamp on some horror movies. So that's always exciting. Good for her.
Yeah, I always loved her. Still do. So, yeah, have at it.
Woohoo!
All right. Next one up. So this one came out 2009. So this is celebrating 15 years. And this is Saw 6, Part 6.
Okay. I'm not going to lie. After the first one, they all kind of bleed into each other. Not to say that they're bad, but I can never differentiate one from the other.
So, yeah. So I would say the last 3 kind of bleed into each other. So I definitely have to, like, I'm like, wait, which one was this one again?
Is this the pharmaceutical themed one?
So this one is the one with the, is it the pharmaceutical company? I thought it was like a law firm.
Maybe it's the,
I remember, because I remember like the guy, like he had like, because like, I'll admit, I kind of put this on and then was like cleaning the house and not really paying too much attention type of a thing, but stopping at, some of the kills or whatever, but he had like one guy going, through, room to room. And basically all of his employees were in different aspects. I remember he had a group of people that he called the Shark Tank, where they constantly would look for, any discrepancies on paperwork. So like, we could probably save like $200K if we, nix this guy and blah, blah, blah. So that's why I thought it was like, or an insurance claim company, maybe.
Okay.
That's from what I remember. I don't know, but
yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, Jigsaw had it out for everybody.
Yeah, so he started it, but this also started the whole back and forth on like whose game is it now, because of course he's long dead.
Yeah.
So this is what's confusing the public now. Like why is this shit still happening? And like the survivors are starting to get together. Like, why did this happen to me? Blah blah blah. But his wife, Jigsaw's wife, and one of his players, if you will, I'll admit I forget his name at the moment, who continues the game. Him and his wife go head to head because they have different views on how the game should go.
Do you know what the next Saw is about?
I don't.
It's about check out people that sassed Jigsaw at Stop and Shop.
Fuckers.
I mean, it gets to a point where it's like, Jigsaw, maybe let something roll off your back, man. I don't know.
Yeah.
You're like crazy angry.
Never saw anybody with more anger problems.
Yeah. He's like, junk mail. I'll tell you, post office. Yeah. So stupid.
It's fine.
What else do we have?
All right. Last but not least, so this is 1979. So this is celebrating 45 years. And this is When a Stranger Calls.
Ah, dang it. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now we're talking.
Yeah.
This movie, because of the age I was, scared the fruit of the looms off me. Oh.
Yeah. I actually wrote an article for this one on Macabre Daily as a little retrospect review. You can go ahead and read that one. It was really fun to go back and rewatch it.
That movie holds up.
It does.
Yeah.
It totally does.
And then the sequel's not that bad either.
I never saw the sequel. It's decent.
It's decent. It's decent.
Okay,
I mean,
yeah. It's all the same people, I think.
Yeah, Carol Kane came back for it. And I think Charles Durning, but I remember correctly. I think I like the first one better, but yeah, check it out. It's waiting there for you.
Yeah. All right. Perfect. Yeah. So I know the original's streaming. So I'm assuming the sequel might be on there too, but if you have Peacock, Tubi, or Amazon.
Sweet. Love it. All right. We'll check it out. Okay. You want to talk movies?
Let's talk movies.
All right. So movies going to be a little different this week. So do we have movies in the theater? We certainly do. We've got Terrifier 3. You've got Smile 2. You've got Melissa Barrera in a movie called Your Monster, which I think is like a take on Beauty and the Beast.
Oh, cool.
You really don't know a lot about it, but it is in theaters. But what I really wanted to point all the Cinners toward are 2 movies. The Substance, which drops Halloween on MUBI, MUBI. So you can watch it on MUBI on Halloween, which I think is like a really great way to kick off your Halloween. And then you have Strange Darling is on VOD right now.
I just watched that.
Okay. So no spoiling now. What do you think?
I loved it.
Yeah, see, this is what I'm talking about. I
loved it.
It flew under the radar. It was theatrical. I missed it in the movie theater, and I'm so mad about it. But it came and went, unfortunately. But this adds to our ever-growing list of indie horror for 2024. Yeah,
for sure. Yeah, this was a fun watch. It was. So again, I'm not spoiling anything. Just gonna be careful with my words for a second. It's told completely out of order.
Kind of love that.
And it definitely screws you up on what exactly is happening until you get to the moment you're like, oh shit.
Friggin' love it.
That's all I can say.
All right, that's going to be my Halloween watch. Halloween watch. Okay.
It's a great one to watch, yeah.
So that's movies right there. Okay, we're gonna roll into books, and this is going to be a special books because Emily Hughes. Oh my God, you know what? I haven't done it in a minute.
You haven't done it, your jingle.
Emily Hughes, steal your stuff, but you said it's okay, so I'm going to keep doing it. But this week is all your recommendations. Emily has updated her recommendations for October. And guess what they include? They include Clay McLeod Chapman's Wake Up and Open Your Eyes. They include Rivers Solomon Model Home, and CJ Lead, her new book, American Rapture. So here's the tease, Cinners. I'm not going to tell you anything about these books. You're going to have to go to the show notes and follow the sweet little link right to Emily's website, reachjumpscares.com, and check out all of her incredible recommendations. Because I've only mentioned 3, but there are multiple. Please go there and check them out. I know Emily would appreciate it, but like, what more do you need as far as, hey, what's a great book that I should read? And then Emily suggests this, and you're like, well, there it is. You know, I mean, it's Emily, for Pete's sake. Don't get me mad, people. So that's our books right there. I want everybody to go and check out readjumpscares.com. Check out the recommendations. Let's now just talk about streaming, even though we kind of touched on it, but let's talk about what is streaming on Shudder, and that is Azrael.
I just watched that last night.
And our sweet, delicious coworker, Lowell Greenblatt himself, wrote a nice review at Macabre Dale. I forgot who we worked for.
Who we work for again?
I almost fucking called it at Macabre Central, and now we're in a lawsuit. Because that is not our website.
Wait for the day where we mix it. You forget Sinful Daily Macabre Cuts.
Welcome to Fangoriac with your hosts, Shannon and Sean. So stupid. All right. So, take 18, Macabre Daily. Lowell wrote a great review on it. So, go check that out. And Lowell is the best. And we'll leave it there. You ready for some news?
Hit me.
Okay, there's a lot of news. So I know we're thin on everything else, but there's a lot of news. Okay, Mike Flanagan, who evidently is a vampire, never sleeps because he's got 11 million projects, is now creating a series based off of Carrie. So
yes, I did hear that.
That's exciting.
That is exciting.
So Mike Flanagan, I have no idea when we're going to see that, but please take your vitamins and get sleep because you need to be, creating work for quite some time. And you make me nervous. I feel like you're overworking yourself. All right. Wow, my gosh. Okay. So Elric Kane and Rebecca McKendry do a fantastic podcast called Colors of the Dark.
Okay.
Elric is a director in his own right. And he just sold his movie to Shudder, or I should say Shudder acquired his movie. I do believe that is considered a sale. I don't know why I corrected myself. And that movie is called The Dead Thing. So do I have that right? It is called The Dead Thing.
Yeah, I mean, Elric, for fuck's sake, I don't want to get your movie wrong. This movie got a lot of festival love. So it's very exciting. I'm very happy for him. And I really can't wait to see this on Shudder. So, yeah. Cool.
Exciting.
All right. Got to ask you a question.
Okay.
How do you feel about the Fear Street trilogy on Netflix?
Oh, I loved it.
Same Mo.
Yeah, I loved it. It brought me back to like even like certain things. Like I remember like reading as a teenage girl. I'm like, yeah, like this is kind of how this is how the story went. You know, like even though this was like an original take on, you know, but it's to me it brought me back to this is exactly what R.L. Stein would have written.
Well, Shannon, I got good news for you because Fear Street Prom Queen is going to hit Netflix in 2025.
I know. I'm so excited.
Maybe you and I will talk, but maybe we do like a Fear Street quadrilogy-ish kind of thing.
It's not supposed to connect though, right? Like that was the...
No, I think it's a totally new one, but we can just, we can talk about Fear Street as a whole, or we can just do Fear Street Prom Queen. Maybe we'll invite a guest and do like a after watch party.
Oh, okay. I love it.
Sweet. Okay.
I wonder who wants to do that.
Well, we're going to have to find out, and that's where the fun is.
I know.
I like that. All right.
I know. I'm putting it out there. Like,
all right. If you were to take one guess of the guests that we've had on, who do you think likes Fear Street? Oh, I think I have my answer, but who do you think?
Oh,
right.
I would think Emily Hughes.
I was going to go Ari.
Oh, she probably loves it too.
Right.
Girls, let us know who's right, who's wrong. Or
we're going to put it out
right.
there.
We might be both right.
Yeah, well, let's have them both on.
Yeah. Fuck it. Everybody, come on.
Everybody.
Hear ye.
You're just going to walk down the street with a microphone. Just come out of your house and talking on the microphone. All right, hold on. This I am going to edit out because I do believe that the battery's running out. Okay.
You think that's what that was?
Yeah, I got a little chimey chime, but guess what I have right here? It's called the chord. Okay. So, as I do this, let's talk about our next bit of news. Oh, okay. Look, I didn't love Skinamarink. I'm not going to lie.
I couldn't get through it, but I fell asleep. It was nice and quiet, and to just, It
was ASMR horror.
Rocked me to sleep.
Look, if I were a little kid in my jammies, I would be terrified to be trapped in my own house. So I get that. But anyway, I don't know where the hell I'm going with this. The plane did not land. It crashed on the side of the mountain. I just meant to say that the director, Kyle Edward Ball, is now directing a movie called Land of Nod for A24. They have said nothing about what this movie is, but we'll put it on our radar because even though Skinamarink didn't land for me, I kind of appreciate a wild swing like that.
Yeah, and there's some people who actually really enjoyed it. So
yeah, sure.
Who the hell are we?
Exactly. So that's going to come at some point in the foreseeable future. Terrifier 3 just became the highest grossing non-rated movie of all time.
Yes, it did.
Yeah.
That's insane.
It is insane, and it's a testament to sticking to your guns and doing it the way you want. I am not a Terrifier fan, but I tell you what I am a fan of. The director doing it himself.
Yeah, he's doing the damn thing. So just let him. Again, who are we? We don't have to be big fans of it.
No.
But he's doing something right, clearly. So again, what do we know?
Exactly. I mean, I might not love the movies, but I fucking will support him having his vision and following it through to the end forever and a day. So good on you.
Yeah, I respect the hell out of it. Like I think that's the difference.
Right.
I totally respect it. It just doesn't land for me. I liked the first one. The second one just got a little crazy, and I've heard the third one goes even fucking crazier. And I'm like,
more cuckoo?
How? Yeah. How? But being that it's a Christmas movie, I'm like, maybe I'll just wait until Christmas.
Art the Clown actually reaches through the screen and pokes you in the retina. with a dirty Bic pen. Copyright. I don't want to see that in the next fucking movie, by the way, Damien. Bankruptcy!
Okay.
The Running Man. Edgar Wright's The Running Man. That has Glenn Powell and it's got Josh Brolin. Now it's picked up Lee Pace and Michael Cera. This cast is getting bonkers fantastic.
Nice.
Really can't wait to see what Edgar Wright does with Stephen King and back in genre. Not that he really ever left genre, but you know what I'm talking about. Like,
yeah,
brushing up a little bit of horror again. Okay, Akilah Cooper and Janelle Monáe are teaming up for a Medusa movie, and I love the title. Don't Look. Which,
perfect.
If you're having a Medusa movie, it's like, yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Totally makes sense.
So,
oh my God, Medusa! Wow,
right?
We've never gotten a Medusa movie. Like, not really.
Not for 57 years. There's the Gorgon back in, I don't know, maybe 56. Hammer Horror. It's been quite so. I mean, I guess you could say Clash of the Titans, but we're getting like a straight up horror movie on Medusa.
Still, yeah, like not she's a small character.
I'm so excited.
I'm excited for that one.
Yeah, and Akilah Cooper. Come on, love that.
Oh, okay.
So, you know how Predator Prey was released on, I think it was Peacock? You know, it was only streaming. Hulu, thank you.
Hulu, yeah.
Which was heartbreaking because everybody wanted to see that on the big screen. I still don't know why they didn't say, okay, you know what? We'll just release it.
I thought it was because it was COVID.
No, this was after. They just made up like... Look, it could have been at the end of lockdown, but my point is, okay, so you released it on streaming, but how about having a theatrical release like a year later? I don't give a shit. Like,
oh yeah, good point.
We'll go see it.
I go see it again.
They're correcting their mistake. So Predator Badland is getting a theatrical release.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, well, now there's really no reason not to.
Exactly. I mean, it was such a phenomenal hit on streaming. Why wouldn't you? And little secret sauce here, they're actually doing 2 Predator movies next year. The other one is going to be an animated anthology.
Cool.
Yeah. Same director, Dan Trachtenberg, so it's in good hands. But
do we know who the animators are?
No, that we don't know yet. But when we do, we'll talk about it.
Yeah, because if they're like the same guys from like Castlevania or whatever,
you'll lose your fucking mind. I know you will.
My head will fucking explode.
You're getting dizzy right now talking about it.
Like many of the people did in Castlevania. Remember how they exploded, Cinners? Just like that. That's how mine's gonna explode.
That's my movie, ladies and gentlemen. Okay. All right. Bring it home with rumors that Christopher Nolan is directing a vampire horror movie.
Mm-hmm.
We hate to traffic in rumors on this podcast, but this one feels more like a PR dump. Like Christopher Nolan's totally not making a horror movie. He's making a horror movie. It's not about vampires. It's definitely about vampires. So it feels like it's got a lot of PR fingerprints on this rumor. Okay. So we'll see. We'll see that.
All right. Well, yeah. Something to look out for.
No trailers this week that I can put on our podcast, but I do want to mention one that I saw today and it looked pretty cool. How would you like a little cross section of like 2 soldiers who are 2 opposing soldiers, World War II, Japanese soldier and I think a British soldier, and they end up on a tropical island and they're killing at each other. But then guess who shows up? The creature from the Black Lagoon.
Nice.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking about.
That's the premise of James Bond.
That's the This one is called Orang Icon. Again, forgive this mouse. But I just want to put this on everyone's radar. It's not a lot of dialogue, so I'm not going to bother putting it in the podcast because, again, people get mad at me. But please go out and watch it because it's pretty fucking cool.
That's awesome. That sounds really fun.
Little bit lower budget, but not skimping on the visuals or the acting. But you could tell it's like a smaller production company. But boy, oh boy, is that cool or what?
That sounds like a really good time.
Yeah. And Shannon, look at this. 26 minutes.
Nice.
And here we are.
I do have one random thing to throw out there, though, as far as movies go.
Let's hear it.
So I saw Trap for the first time
Oh no.
just the other night.
Okay.
I don't know if you saw my post.
I didn't see it yet.
Okay, so I wrote a little review. I just threw it on my social media because now, Cinners, have to keep this in mind. Okay. For those who have seen it, maybe you went and saw it in the theaters. It's now streaming on Max. So I think I was looking for a different movie. So I just happened to turn on Max and that popped up. So my husband and I were, gonna call it a movie night. So we're like, okay. I'm like, you know what? Apparently, this is the worst movie anyone has ever seen. And I'm like, do you want to see what all the hubbub's about?
You have to see it.
So he's like, fuck it. Let's watch the worst movie ever. And it's really not that bad.
It's not.
Y'all are dramatic.
Well, we paid money. You saw it for free.
I've absolutely seen worse.
I told you my story of taking the family to go see Trapped.
Yes.
We're all like, this movie gave us COVID again. And Catherine
dramatic.
Catherine's like, I rather liked it.
But you said she didn't like The Sixth Sense, so I couldn't care for it.
We come over to watch The Sixth Sense. She's just like, oh, stinkeroo. We're like, what is even happening in our lives?
I think she's doing it on purpose.
Well, we sent her to a convent like weird people did back in the 60s.
And you repent for your shit.
Exactly. We'll talk to you never.
Oh boy.
Oh my goodness.
But,
all right.
Yeah.
Look.
But maybe it's because, maybe because it's like whatever. I just watched it in the comfort of my own home. I still thought it was I thought it was a very well filmed movie. Like I loved the cinematography.
Hell yeah.
And maybe I related to the story a little bit because I loved going to concerts and I'm close with my dad. Right. So it's like, I think I went into it again expecting just horrid imagery, and that's not what I got.
Let's be honest. You identified with being a serial killer and figuring out how to get out of that arena. And don't you lie. That is exactly what resonated with you. You were like, I would totally go to the roof first.
Yeah. Like everything he did, I would absolutely do that. And I'm like, oh, and he gets amongst the cops. I'm like hiding in plain sight. Smart. It's very smart.
My problem was there was a fantastic 90-minute film that takes place completely at the arena and needs to be resolved there. It's when they left the arena. And no spoilers, but
no.
It's when they left that it unraveled for me. But yeah, no, I mean, all of the arena stuff, and it is shot incredibly well. I mean, that's M. Night Shyamalan. I mean, he spends a buck. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
And he gets great people to work on his films, and he gets great actors. Look, I love Josh Hartnett all day long.
I really liked him as a bad guy. I would like him as more take on more of those films because I think take on more of those roles.
Could we possibly be in a Heart Renaissance?
Maybe.
I think. Well, it feels like it. Like, let's see what his next role is, but I feel like we're at the beginning of a Heart Renaissance.
I hope so.
Yeah, me too.
I hope so. I think he's great.
Same.
Okay. But I figured I would just end on that because I know I'm late to the party, but I finally saw it and I'm like, I think everyone's being a little dramatic. Not gonna lie.
That's fair. But here's the weird thing. I've never been dramatic.
Not ever. You're right. I guess you're just having a bad day. I don't know.
I don't know what you're getting at. This is okay. If you say so. All right, Shannon.
On that note,
take us out of here. And we're still doing great. 30 minutes and 3 seconds. Let's go.
Cinners, that's a cut.
Bye, everybody.
Bye. Happy Halloween.
Oh, happy Halloween.
Thank you for listening to this week's episode of Shortcuts. I hope you enjoyed hearing it just as much as we enjoyed recording it for you. If you did enjoy it, would you please leave us a review on Instagram, YouTube, Spotify, the bathroom wall at the local gas station, wherever. We'd really appreciate it if you rate and review us. It goes a long way to getting the word out about Sinful Cuts. Can't thank you enough. Until next time,